Before sunrise, the secured residence in Tehran is already awake. Guards rotate shifts in silence. Hallways remain calm, controlled, and quiet. In a private room away from public view, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei begins his day long before most of the city stirs. He rises in the stillness of pre-dawn, following a lifelong discipline shaped by faith and routine. After ablution, he prepares for the far prayer. The atmosphere is silent except for the soft rhythm of recitation. Verses of the Quran are read slowly and deliberately. These moments are personal and reflective, forming a spiritual foundation before any state matter begins. Time is set aside for contemplation. He reads religious texts, reflects quietly, and offers personal supplications. The early hours are uninterrupted, creating space for focus before the demands of leadership arrive. For him, spirituality and governance are closely connected, belief guiding responsibility. As the first light spreads across the city, the pace gradually changes. Advisors begin assembling briefing materials. Secure folders arrive containing intelligence summaries, national updates, and strategic assessments. Each report has passed through layers of review before reaching his desk. He reads carefully, often marking pages with handwritten notes. Discussions begin with senior aides who present key developments, security matters, regional situations, diplomatic signals, and economic conditions. He listens closely, asking short, precise questions when clarification is needed. Conversations are focused and efficient. Despite holding immense authority, the morning routine remains simple. Breakfast is modest, traditional bread, cheese, tea, and herbs. Meals are quiet, functional moments rather than formal ceremonies. If family members are present, conversation is brief and warm before the schedule resumes. The day's structure is precise. Appointments are arranged with careful timing. Religious commitments, administrative oversight, and strategic consultations are balanced within a tightly managed schedule. Time is treated as a resource that must not be wasted. Mid-morning brings formal sessions. Senior officials enter for scheduled meetings. Military representatives provide defense updates. Judiciary figures discuss legal matters. Policy advisors outline national plans and institutional reports. Each session is orderly and confidential. He speaks calmly and deliberately. When others present their views, he listens without interruption. Decisions are rarely rushed. Issues are examined from multiple angles, practical realities alongside ideological principles. Notes are taken. Key points are revisited. Conclusions come with measured clarity. Between meetings, there are brief pauses for reading and reflection. Books and papers remain close at hand. Study continues throughout the day, reinforcing the scholarly habits formed decades earlier. Religious scholarship is not symbolic. It remains part of daily life. Clerics and students of theology sometimes visit for consultation. Questions range from religious interpretation to ethical guidance. These discussions blend scholarship with leadership responsibilities, reflecting a system where faith and governance intersect. Movement outside the residence is limited and carefully coordinated. Security teams manage routes and timing with precision. Public appearances require layered planning. Privacy and protection remain constant considerations. Inside, the environment stays restrained and disciplined. Offices are orderly. Conversations are purposeful. The setting reflects function over display, a workspace designed for continuity, focus, and controlled decision-making. As late morning approaches, the rhythm steadies. Reports are reviewed once more. Priorities are adjusted. Preparations begin for the responsibilities that will fill the afternoon. Each morning closes not with ceremony, but with quiet readiness for the weight of the day ahead. Advisors enter after the late morning pause, carrying updated intelligence, policy briefs, and reports from across the country. Military commanders provide situation updates, detailing troop movements, defense readiness, and regional security developments. Officials from the judiciary and government ministries present reports on domestic governance, economic trends, and social matters. Every briefing is precise, each word weighed carefully, as decisions here influence not only Iran's present, but its future trajectory. Meetings are conducted in private chambers where interruptions are minimal. Security personnel remain nearby, observing but never intruding. ensuring that sensitive discussions remain confined. Khamenei listens attentively, asking pointed questions to clarify details, gauge risk, and align proposed actions with his overarching vision. His leadership style is patient and analytical. He rarely rushes a decision, preferring measured consideration informed by ideology, experience, and strategic foresight. Midday brings a different rhythm. While the sessions continue, short periods are devoted to personal reflection and religious observance. Even amid the intensity of state affairs, time is reserved for reciting verses of the Quran, reviewing theological writings, or reflecting on past decisions. For Khamenei, faith and governance are inseparable. Spiritual discipline reinforces political authority, providing a moral framework for each action taken. Throughout these hours, communication channels remain open. Messages from provincial governors, foreign diplomats, and military leaders arrive in secure forms. Analysts summarize global news, with a focus on developments that may affect Iran's regional and international position. These briefings are absorbed quickly, allowing Khamenei to respond promptly and decisively when necessary. Meals, though still modest, are often taken alongside a small group of trusted aides. Conversations are practical, focused on planning, logistics, and the coordination of ongoing projects. Social interactions are deliberate and limited. Personal relationships are maintained carefully, always within the framework of responsibility and duty. Afternoon sessions frequently involve reviewing policy proposals and strategic initiatives. Economic advisors may present projections on inflation, employment, or trade. Military leaders offer updates on exercises, readiness, or regional intelligence. Religious and legal advisors discuss interpretations of Islamic law as it pertains to governance, ensuring alignment with ideological principles. Each subject is examined in depth, debated in measured tones, and recorded meticulously. Throughout the day, Khamenei maintains a disciplined schedule. Security measures remain strict. Even brief departures from the residence are coordinated with multiple layers of protection and advanced planning. Each movement is calculated to balance accessibility, authority, and safety. By late afternoon, work shifts toward consolidation. Decisions from earlier meetings are reviewed, action items delegated, and communication with key officials reinforced. Reports are finalized, messages sent, and instructions issued to implement policy across various sectors. The leader's focus remains unwavering, balancing the demands of state with the oversight of military, economic, and religious institutions. Even as the sun begins to lower, Khamenei's day continues. Private study and reflection resume. Documents are reviewed, historical texts consulted, and notes from the day revisited. The combination of scholarship, strategy, and faith continues to shape each action, forming the foundation for both immediate decisions and long-term vision. Throughout the afternoon and into early evening, the routine blends public responsibility with private discipline. It is a rhythm defined by focus, preparation, and the constant awareness of the weight carried by those at the apex of power. Each hour builds on the last, ensuring that no moment is wasted and that leadership remains deliberate, informed, and guided by principle. Evening arrives quietly, though the work of leadership shows no sign of slowing. After the afternoon sessions conclude, attention shifts to communications that require more thoughtful consideration. Letters from foreign leaders, reports on regional developments, and internal assessments of domestic governance. Each message is read carefully, with notes taken and responses dictated or approved by Khamenei himself. Decisions made during these hours often shape policies that will have long-term impact, making this period crucial for oversight and strategic planning. Dinner is modest and private, taken with a small, trusted circle. Conversation is purposeful, focusing on immediate administrative matters or logistical coordination for upcoming initiatives. Personal reflection continues even during meals, a reminder that the line between public duty and private discipline remains fluid. Occasionally, family members may join, but interactions are brief and measured, maintaining the balance between intimacy and the demands of authority. The evening is also a time for continued religious engagement. Khamenei dedicates hours to reading theological texts, reviewing scholarly commentary, and reflecting on jurisprudential questions. Students of religion or junior clerics may visit for consultation, presenting inquiries on matters ranging from ritual observance to ethical governance. These sessions blend spiritual guidance with practical decision-making, reinforcing the principle that leadership in Iran is inseparable from religious responsibility. As night deepens, meetings may still occur with high-level security advisors, military leaders, or intelligence officials. The agenda includes reviewing ongoing operations, assessing potential threats, and ensuring readiness across all branches of national defense. Even at this hour, attention to detail is paramount. Reports are scrutinized, and strategic decisions are made with the same meticulous care as during daylight hours. Late night is reserved for reflection and study. Khamenei often revisits historical texts, political treatises, or religious manuscripts, seeking insight and perspective. Handwritten notes accumulate, forming a record of thought and deliberation that informs both immediate action and long-term planning. In this quiet, controlled environment, scholarship and leadership intersect, embodying a system where thought precedes action and discipline defines the day. Throughout the night, security remains vigilant. Routes are monitored, communications secured, and access limited to a trusted inner circle. The Supreme Leader's residence functions as a command center even while appearing calm and understated. This careful balance between visibility and protection is maintained continuously, reflecting the demands of a role that encompasses both authority and vulnerability. In the final hours before dawn, the day comes full circle. Prayer and spiritual reflection conclude the cycle, bookending the rigorous schedule with moments of introspection and faith. Each day is structured to reinforce the responsibilities of leadership, blending personal discipline with the management of a nation's complex apparatus. The life of the Supreme Leader, from pre-dawn prayer to late-night study, is a rhythm of constant engagement, measured decision-making, and unbroken awareness of the weight of authority. Even in private moments, thought is directed toward the nation, religion, and the enduring principles that guide governance. It is a life defined not by leisure but by purpose, structured around the unyielding demands of power, faith, and stewardship. As the first hints of light signal the approaching dawn, the cycle begins anew. The day's work is never truly complete, for the responsibilities of leadership are continuous, and the weight of authority carries on without pause. Quiet reflection, disciplined study, and vigilant oversight mark the life of one who has held supreme power, a life where each hour, each decision, and each thought contributes to the shaping of a nation's present and future.